The Netflix original series Waffles and Mochi is inviting everyone to their fun and casual restaurant, including celebrity guests like former First Lady Michelle Obama.
Hello. We're jumping into the world of travel, culture, and cooking this morning with Emmy Award-winning puppeteer and apparent fashion designer.
Yes.
And new voice of Mochi, David Bizzaro.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm doing so well. Thank you for having me here.
Well, we wanted to welcome you, and
It's
did you
not
bring
just
a friend?
you. You have a friend,
I
right?
did bring a friend with me.
Oh,
yeah, he's
Been
here
running
he
around
is.
the
He's down
studio
here.
all
Yeah. His name is Jerry Fauchaughkle.
Not
and this
Jerry-
is him, Jerry Fauchaughkle.
Oh, hi, Jerry.
Hello, Jerry.
Hi there.
How are you? Welcome.
How are you?
I'm doing pretty good. How are you doing this morning? My God, I love your watch.
Do you?
Look at it, so sparkly.
You like
I would
that?
be
My
careful.
goodness. I'm sure. Where'd you find that? Down on
Canal
Pearl
Street?
Canal? Yeah. I know all about it. I've been here 5 minutes. I know exactly where to get the deals.
He knows
Look
he's not
at
gonna
you
take that
in your
watch.
suit as well. That's really nice.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Very slimming.
Yes, thank you. You're well dressed yourself.
Thank
look
you
very
very much.
casual.
You know, my wife made this shirt for me.
Is that right?
Yes, she did. Give her a piece of cloth and a sewing machine, and she will work wonders.
That's a
Well,
woman.
I
there
understand
you go.
your
Yes, she is a woman. That's right.
I understand your friend David also makes his own clothing.
Yes, he does. He made this jacket that he's wearing over here.
Wow.
I made this jacket.
Yes.
That was the first thing we noticed.
We're all fawning over that jacket.
It's
Thank
like-
you very much.
Very
This-
cool.
And
Look at that.
I wanted him to make us, but you're no longer making jackets.
No, actually, here, I'm going to put him down for just
I'm
a
sorry,
moment.
he comes and
no,
goes.
No, no. So during the pandemic, when everybody was locked down here in the city, I lost all my work overnight, right?
Wow.
And I was like, what am I going to do? And so my wife still had her job, which was great. I decided to teach myself how to make clothes. And so
Okay.
I started making clothes.
One does not just wake up and...
Wait a minute. You've learned how to do this just during the pandemic period of time?
Yeah. Everybody was baking, I was stitching.
I want to say, I
Okay.
think you've got another something waiting in the wings for you career-wise.
Thank you very much.
What would you like to do first?
When you weren't making clothing,
Yes.
you were dreaming up
That's right.
someone.
I was dreaming up characters, yeah. This guy is really fun. I built him myself. I worked for the Jim Henson Company for about 4 years building puppets. I was working on Sesame Street as a puppet wrangler, so working with Elmo and Big Bird and making costumes for them, fixing them. And I was making characters at home, but I was also exploring new characters. And so my father-in-law is from West Texas.
Oh.
And he's got a very interesting accent. And so, yeah, that's me in my studio
There you
performing
go.
Jerry. And my father-in-law, he talks like this and is very kind and gentle, speaks slow. He's from West Texas. And so I just kind of amped him up a little bit. And this is this is me doing the voice, just talking about what the voice
how
is.
this works.
But then I just started doing it. I was like, hi, I just started talking like this, and I thought, well, maybe this is who he is. And he started out as a weed eater specialist, and he just sort of like, there's a lot of different models of weed eaters. There's the Power 500, and there's the Kishta 52 and the Coyote 99. And I gotta tell you, the electric versions are the best because you don't have to worry about the fumes. They might make you kind of crazy. But yeah.
Based on real characters, sometimes the funniest characters you
That's
can
right, and that's what we
devise.
learn as performers is that if you're going to create a character, base it off what you know, and what I know is my weird family.
Right.
Now, you were rubbing elbows with the big Muppets at one time, obviously, in your life.
Yes.
So what inspired you even to get to that point, to become a puppeteer or get involved in puppetry?
So it all started with a lie.
Okay.
Where
a lot of
every
things
big
do.
story should.
Right, yeah. So when I was in my early 20s, I was working in production, and what you're seeing now is a few puppets I built for Blippi's Treehouse, a show that guy was on the Sci-Fi Channel. He was a host of a late night sci-fi show. That's just a head of a puppet. So I was in between jobs, and I pitched to a client that I had. I was like, hey, you need commercials like this. And it was a commercial with puppets. And so he was like, can you do that? And I said, of course I can. Yes, I can.
Okay.
And that was the
Had
lie.
never built a puppet in my life.
I love it.
Didn't even know how to use puppets. And so in a week, I taught myself how to build, perform, and shoot and write for puppets.
Desperation breeds inspiration.
Okay,
That's right, yeah.
exactly, because, again, one doesn't wake up one morning and say, oh, let me just get this sewing machine out, and one doesn't wake up one morning and say, oh, yes, let me make a puppet. What in your life prepared you or taught you how to do all of this?
So I'm just going to remove his butt from the lower part of the screen.
As one
so,
should.
Yeah. So
take a little nap.
Yeah,
down
take a
there.
nap, Jerry. So I'm a Latino, but I'm also first generation American. And
Where are
my
you
mother,
from? Where are your
I'm
people
from
from?
Southern California. My mom is from El Salvador.
Okay.
She came here in the 80s during the Civil War. She
Yeah.
was, fleeing
Yeah,
for her life,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
And one of the things that she taught me, one of the many things, was just resilience and self-reliance, and the idea of if you believe it, you can be it, right? And so I've always had to create my own opportunities. And one of those opportunities was doing puppetry. And many other opportunities was, acting, working in production. I had to find my own way because there weren't readily available avenues for me to pursue.
So tell us what's going on now on Netflix. Waffles and Mochi. Tell us about it.
Yeah, so Waffles and Mochi is a really beautiful show. They now have their own restaurant.
Well, they're moving up in the world.
They've become chefs. It's incredible. Yeah. Michelle Obama, in the last season, she had a grocery store. And so they've left the grocery store where they were helping her, and they've made their own restaurant. But Michelle comes over and brings them fresh produce every single day for them to have.
Farm to table.
Farm to table. Farm to puppet, right? So in this new series, we travel around and we see Sameen here. Yeah, and she's in season 2 with us. And they are learning how to make recipes, but also traveling the world to find new ingredients and get inspired. And it's all about showing kids that healthy food doesn't just have to be, a broccoli or a fruit. You can take these things and create really inventive recipes and make something original and delicious.
Starting young, that's where it all comes from.
That's
Absolutely.
right.
Good help.
Yeah.
Well, before we say goodbye, can we get him out of his nap?
Yeah, let's grab him.
Congratulate him.
I know he knows a lot about cats. Is that true?
He does know a lot about cats, yeah.
Just drop a couple of little, tidbits.
You want some cat knowledge bombs is what you're looking for?
Mm-hmm.
All right, well, this is really interesting. You ready?
Yes.
Good. All right. So this is interesting. So cats do not meow to each other.
They don't?
You know that? No, they do not. So cats, oh, look at that. They framed the monitor so I can be like this. I'm going to be sideways. So cats, what they do is they only meow to humans.
What? Well, can you?
That's right. So when they meowing at you, sorry to interrupt you,
No, it's
but
okay.
when they meow, they're only meowing to get attention from you. That's it. So they're going meow, 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 meow. You're going, oh my God, that cat's meowing to me and it's beautiful and we're talking. The cat does not speak any language.
Other than meow.
They just
Other
want to
than
eat.
meow.
That means I'm hungry. Feed me.
That's right. It says, guy in the suit, feed me.
There you go. Can you take us out here by reading you know how to read
Yes,
a
of
teleprompter?
course. Yeah, I'll read the
Get
teleprompter.
into it.
Which way? There you go.
All right. The new season of Waffles and Mochi comes to Netflix October 17th, and you can stream the first new season now.
All right.
Yes.
Well, the first season now, yeah.
Yeah.
Should I keep reading? It says Chris, but why not?
Oh,
go
ahead.
Go for it.
Alex Lee has us covered on some of the events to check out today.